Okay, so we're back here with Sadie and Minnie. I'm not sure their names, but I think to me they'll be Sadie and Minnie. So I don't think we talked yet a little bit about pencils and supplies. So you need a really good pencil sharpener. This one has, I love it because it has a regular sharpening place, and then a place to get a little sharper, and a place to get it super duper at a point. And I wish I could tell you who made this. Faber-Castell. So I kind of love that one. So get yourself a good pencil sharpener, hand pencil sharpener, not electric or battery operated, because that will break the leads in your Prismacolor pencils. Now, erasers don't really work, but I did get a little blotchy spot here, and I was able to kind of take it off with the eraser. It's not going to totally erase, so I like to buy colorful erasers or white erasers that are pencil cap erasers, and just put them on the ends of the colored pencils so you've got an eraser handy somewhere. And those you can get those at art supply stores and craft supply stores, wherever. They're awesome. We sell them at Ben Franklin for 6 or 12 of them for $1.99, so I have them by the boatloads. And then colored pencils. So again, I'm a Prismacolor girl, Barrel Prismacolor. I don't think they go by Barrel anymore. These are old pencils. I've had my pencils for a long time because when I sold my store, I stole the pencils. So, sorry Danielle. Anyway, that's not true. I didn't steal the pencils. I just took them home. Okay, so I colored Sadie here, and here's how you want to do this kind of. You want to get several colors and kind of test them out if you can. So I've got all these greens here because where you have the folds, let's see if I can pick this up, where you have the folds in the dress or the folds in a jacket or something, you kind of want to go a little bit darker. And I'm not done with it. I never finish it until the very, very end, but I did the very lightest green in where it's opening, a little bit of a yellow green in there, and then all the folds have that really dark green in it. So now we're going to give Minnie her dress, and she's of course going to be in the pink. I kind of think these girls are sisters, but you'll have to wait till I write the story, which is the part that will be posted on the blog. So remember, super duper light hand, not very dark at all. A little bit of color goes a long way, and the darker you make it, the more comical it can look and not as real, which is fine if that's what you want to do. I just realized here on Sadie's dress I missed this green, and right in the center of her bow it looks like I missed. But if that's the look you want, that's fine, but I kind of wanted these to look like they were old hand-tinted type of things. And then you can go back with a white pencil and kind of blend it all together. I love white for that reason. When you're doing light colors, when you're doing dark colors, of course it's just going to turn it pastel-y. So, let's finish that real quick. There's her bow. You see that? So it's just got a real hand-tinted kind of look. And then you can go back with a darker pink and kind of go in some of these creases. So it's got the, wherever it gets dark, it should be darker because that's a shadow and a shaded area. So we'll get her done, and then we'll do the base of her dress. So there's her bow. And I do the lightest colors on the dresses, and hers is just going to be a very pale pink because I believe this is pink satin because she was probably Russian or Polish royalty or something. I don't know. She's probably Latvian, Russian, Polish, something like that. That's where this family was from. So, not the most beautiful people, I'll tell you that much by looking at some of the pictures that I've looked at. Anyway, beggars can't be choosers. So, another interesting tip to tell you is that I'm adopted. So these are pictures of my mom and dad's family, not my birth mother's family, but I do happen to have her pictures because when she passed away, that's a long story for a video in itself. When she passed away, her children, her real children, my birth mother's children, didn't come to her funeral, and I did. because she and I became kind of friendly, although she was a lunatic. So when she passed away, the people at the Jewish aging women's home, whatever it is, took me to her room and said, this is all she's got left. If you want it, you can have it. And there were boxes of pictures. Again, just kind of like my family, not labeled, no clue who these people are. So I'm working on a project for the Somerset Studios magazines that will be called Relatively Speaking, because I'm going to speak for these dead people and give them their stories, because they can't speak for themselves any longer. Not really happy with this girl. See if I can find another color of pink or something to get in here, because she's just so super light. Poor Minnie. But it is a satin color, so this is why you can take hours with it, because when you start super light and you can go darker, you want to go with a really light hand, because once you go dark, excuse me, you can't really take it away. You can erase a little bit, but not too much. So you want to take your time. You just don't want to, I mean, I don't take tons of time, but then you can go back with the white a little bit and give it an overcoating, because I don't want hers very pink. So anyway, so I have boxes of photos from my mom and dad. I have boxes of photos from my birth mother. I do know a couple of the people, because there's one picture in there, we'll talk about it when I do that someday, who I think is the birth father, although we have a name for him, and I'm not going to get into that. I never met him. I only met her, and she was quite lovely, but crazy as a loon. So her collar and her cuffs were lighter, it looks like, but I'm making them darker just because I can, because we don't know what they were wearing. This could have been ivory for all I know. So get a little darker still. I'm going to pick this up so you can see, because I know probably from there, from where I am, it looks totally different. Okay, so there's Minnie's dress. And I'm going to give them their shoes. Oh, the other thing I didn't talk about, or maybe I did, I like to kind of plan my colors out. So this is going to be this rug down here that is going to be blues and purples. And I don't think they're wearing nylons, because it was during the war, I'm thinking. I don't know, maybe it was way before that, who knows. So there's the pinks for her dress, but now I added this color, which is really super deep, and then the greens for her sister's dress. And they have pearls, which I'm not quite sure how to handle that yet, but I kind of want to make those stand out, because, and then Sarah here, or what I call her, Sadie, she's got a watch, which I don't know how many girls had watches back then in Poland and Latvia, so that's why I'm saying these girls have some kind of royalty with them, because they look like they got some money. And anybody who took pictures back then had money anyway. But they both have watches, and they both have pearls. So that's the good thing about being adopted. You can make up your stories, although I do know my birth mother's story. So all we can do is make up stories about the birth father, and I certainly have made up stories enough about him. So this is about as much as she's getting. I'm going to put some color into the rug so you can see how that's going to be. Oh, I kind of missed the shadow down here on her arm. And sometimes I color the skin in, sometimes I don't. So I kind of think on this one they're not getting colorful skin. So there's her dress and her sister's dress. And then I think the last thing I'm going to do before I finish it up, and then I will post it on the blog for you guys, is we're going to give Sadie some lighter brown hair. And I'm not sure that Minnie's going to get any colorful hair. Not sure, we'll see once we finish Sadie's. But she's going to have a lighter brown hair, because she's got, it's lighter, because you can see all the shadows and the highlights in the photo. But these girls both had short haircuts, that's for sure. And a little darker up at the top. And some light streaks. Just so you can see it, even though that probably wasn't the color of her hair. I don't know. So, can you see that? There's her brownish hair. And then her sister is not getting any color unless I give her just a little bit of dark brown to kind of bring it out. But she's got those cute little Betty Boop curls going there on the side of her cheek. Okay, so that's about it. I'm going to do my lettering and stuff here. My rug is going to get colored these blues and purples, so maybe I'll add a little bit of that for you guys to see. So you can just see where the final color is. Oh, and you can definitely go outside the edges, because if you're going to cut this for some reason and, you know, do an altered piece with it, which is my plan, it doesn't really matter if you stick inside your edges. So if you wanted to color your background, you could, but I'm going to do white lettering in there. So there's what the rug is going to look like. But you guys don't need to sit and watch me color. So I'll finish this up and I'll post it on the blog. And until next time, have fun coloring. Adios.